One of the compelling reasons to learn Vim is that it's so ubiquitous. It's practically everywhere. I can't ever recall logging onto a Unix or Linux system and not having access to either VI or Vim. Also, as a system administrator, I often find myself connecting to a server and quickly editing a configuration file. Of course, I invariably end up using Vim to make those configuration changes. And when I'm making such a change, I'm typically looking for a specific thing to change. And this means I need a way to quickly search within a file to find exactly what I'm looking for. If you're a developer, you'll find yourself in a similar situation. For example, let's say you have a bug to fix. Well, typically you know where to start looking. For instance, you might know the name of the function the bug is associated with, or you might know the name of the variable that's key in that bit of code that's causing you troubles or whatever. And if we zoom in a little bit, you might have noticed a typing mistake on the line you're editing. It would be nice to have a way to quickly jump directly to what you're looking for on that line. With all these examples, you have an idea of what to search for, so being able to quickly find what you're looking for is super valuable. Let's open the searching.txt file for this lesson. First, I'm going to open up a terminal on my system and navigate to where I extracted the contents of the course download archive. I'm going to go to my downloads directory, then Vim class, and now I'll use Vim to edit searching.txt. As always, you can follow along with me now or wait for the practice exercise that will follow. Let's start with line-wise searching. To search forward or to the right on the same line, use F followed by the character you're searching for. For example, if you want to move your cursor to the next occurrence of the letter B on the line, type FB. After you type FB, you'll find your cursor under the B in the word by on this line. Let's say you want to move your cursor to the letter capital A. To do that, type F Shift A. Notice how this is case sensitive. If you were to type F capital A again, I'll do that here, F capital A, your cursor won't move because there isn't another capital A on this line. Using FA with a lowercase a, we'll do that now, FA, does move the cursor forward because there is a lowercase a on the line in front of the current cursor position. If you want to search backwards on the same line, use capital F followed by the character you're looking for. So you can place your cursor under the Z in zebra by typing Shift F and hitting Z. To move your cursor under the period, you can type Shift F period. To move your cursor to the beginning of the line, you can use capital F, capital S. Let's do another forward search with FA. We can hit FA and we're jumped to the first occurrence of A in this line. Now we can repeat this search by typing FA again. However, you can also use the semicolon to repeat the search. So as you keep pressing semicolon, which I'll do here, the cursor keeps advancing to the next search result. If there are no more search results on the line, then the cursor will stay where it is. So we can do this. I'll just hit to the last A on the line. And if you keep hitting this semicolon, the cursor doesn't move anywhere because there are no more instances of your search on your particular line. Now, if you want to repeat this search, but in the opposite direction, you can type a comma. So let me do that, hit comma, it goes back to the previous A, comma again, back to the previous A, and then we can keep doing this until we're back to the beginning of the line. Again, hitting the comma when there are no more search results doesn't move your cursor. So know that the semicolon repeats the search in the same direction that it was started in, and the comma repeats the search in the opposite direction that the search was started in. If you want to position your cursor one position before a given character, use the till command, which is lowercase t, followed by the character you're searching for. For example, if you type TI, the cursor moves to the position before the letter I, which in this example is the letter H. If you were to repeat that command, your cursor wouldn't go anywhere because it is already one position before the search for a character. So let's do TI again, and it doesn't move you because you're already one character before the I. I'll just move over a couple of times with L, and then I'll type TI again. Now your cursor is under the space before the next I on the line. If you want to redo the search without having to change your current cursor position, use the semicolon. So I'm going to hit the semicolon now, and then you can see that our cursor is positioned under the L just prior to the next I in the line. And I'll keep doing this here. Another semicolon puts us under the P, which is before the next I on the line. You can also perform a reverse or backwards till search by using the capital T command. So when you type capital T, lowercase a, your cursor is positioned just after the A in the line. Likewise, you can use the semicolon to repeat this search too. So typing semicolon puts your cursor under the letter R in the word forward. To go the other way, remember that you can use the comma. So typing comma in this case is just like typing TA. So I'll hit comma again, and now it's just like we had typed TA. Of course, you already know how to repeat a command by starting it with a number. So if you were to type 2F space, your cursor would jump directly to the second space it found on the line. So again, you can use count with these commands as well. By the way, these are considered motions. This means you can combine these motions with other commands you already know, such as the D command to delete, C command to change, or the Y command to yank. Now let's move down to the next line of text here. I'm going to position my cursor at the very beginning of the line with 0. And now let's practice this motion that we've just learned. So we can use F-Shift-T to bring us to the first occurrence of the capital T on this line, which is at the beginning of the word this. Now to delete everything from your current cursor position up until the letter W, use D-T-W. Let's undo that with U. Can you think of another way to do the same thing? Sure, you can use D-F space. That deletes forward up to and including the next space on the line. There's another way that we could have done the same thing using D uppercase W. Now that is perhaps more efficient for this particular example, but what really matters is that you know how to think in Vim. This way you have options. You can go for super efficiency, or you can just use what you can remember and what feels right to you. So that's how you search on the same line. But what if you want to find something that may or may not be on the same line? Or what if you want to search for an entire word or series of characters instead of just one single character? Well, that's when you can use the /search command. Simply type / followed by whatever it is you're looking for. For example, to find the next occurrence of the word and, type /AND and press enter. To repeat your forward search, type the letter N for next. So we can keep hitting N and we keep jumping to the next word and. If you keep pressing in, eventually the search will wrap back around to the first occurrence and you'll see a message at the bottom of your screen that says search hit bottom, continuing at top. And I'll do that here. Keep hitting in. And there it is. Eventually we've wrapped around, we've hit the bottom of the file, and now we've continued back at the top of the file. If you want to repeat the same search but in the reverse direction, use capital N. So let me hit Shift N, and then I'll keep doing that, and it keeps going to the occurrence of the characters A and D. By the way, you can start a new forward search at any time. To search for the characters FOR, we can just hit / FOR and press enter, and now we have a new forward search. If you're seeing something slightly different than what I'm demonstrating here, it's probably due to a couple of settings. The first setting is IS, which is short for INCSEARCH, which stands for incremental search. Now I have this option turned on, and to check if you do or not, you can type the command :SET space IS ? And hit enter. If it is on, you'll see what's on my screen at the bottom in the status line, which says INCSEARCH. Now, if it's turned off, you'll see no ink search instead. Now, you can explicitly turn it on with :set, SET, space IS, and press enter. Now, I'm going to position my cursor at the top of the file with GG. Now, watch closely as I perform a forward search. So I'm going to type /A. Do you see that the A is being highlighted? My cursor hasn't moved yet because I haven't hit enter, but Vim is showing me where I would end up if I did hit enter right now. Okay, let's keep typing. I'll add an N to my search. Now the nearest match of AN is highlighted. If that's where you want to position your cursor, hit enter, which I'll do now, and that is where your cursor is placed. Let's do the same thing again, but this time with the incremental search setting off. And to turn it off, use :SET space no IS and press enter. And you can check to make sure it's off with :SET IS ? And it says no ink search. So it is disabled. Okay, so back at the top of the file we go with GG. Now when I type /A, nothing on my screen is highlighted. I'll keep typing by adding an N and then pressing enter. Now our cursor moves to the nearest match. So that's the incremental search option. Another option that can affect how searching appears is the highlight search option, represented by HL search, or HLS for short. To check this setting, we can type :set, space HLS question mark and press enter. So it says no HL search. So that means it's disabled for me. Now let's turn it on and see what it does. So we can type :set HLS and press enter. We can check it with set HLS question mark, and then it says HL search, so it is enabled. Now, all those matches that we previously searched for are highlighted. Now, let's try a new search. Let's do /THE and press enter. Now, all those matches are highlighted. Let's move to the next line with J. Notice how the matches stay highlighted. They'll stay highlighted until your next search or you temporarily turn them off with a :no HLS command. Let's do that now. I'll type :no HLS and press enter, and those highlights are gone from your screen. Now, this doesn't disable the HLS option. This only disables highlighting until the next search. So let's do another search with /IN and press enter. Now, all these matches are highlighted. To disable search highlighting, use set no HLS and press enter. Now, when you do future searches, nothing will be highlighted. So again, if you see something slightly different, it's probably due to the incremental search option, which is IS, or the highlighting option, which is HLS. To learn how to save your preferences, see the lesson on the Vim RC file and Vim settings. We'll go into great detail about these settings there. Okay, so let's get back to the point of this lesson, which is searching. Now I'm going to position my cursor back to the beginning of the file with GG. And now I'm going to search for the word and with /AND and press enter. I want to point out a common pattern I find myself using, and I think you'll end up using it too, and that is performing a search, such as /and like we've done here, executing a command. Let me execute one now. I'll do CW to change word, and I'll change this word to an ampersand, and then pressing escape. And the next part of the pattern is using in to move forward to the next match and using the dot command to repeat the previous command. So I hit dot here, and then I'll do this again. I'll go in for the next instance of and, place dot, and I'll repeat the CW command that we've just ran. And then I can keep doing this as many times as I want. If I need to make 4 or 5 quick edits, I'll use this pattern of searching, performing a command, moving to the next occurrence with in, and repeating that command with dot. Now, in just a bit, you'll learn how to do a global find and replace, which can often do the same thing. But again, for quick edits, this method works fairly well. Okay, again, back to searching. So to start a backwards or reverse search, use question mark followed by the pattern. If you wanted to find the characters IS that come before your current cursor position, just use question mark IS and press enter. Again, you can use N to repeat the search in the same direction that you search for it, and then you can also use capital N to reverse the direction of the search as well. I'm just going to hit N a couple times here, and it keeps searching backwards. We loop there, and then I'll use Shift N, which is capital N, to search in the opposite direction. So you can think of Shift N in this instance as reversing the reverse search, which of course means it's forward. Let's position our cursor back on the first line in the file and place it under the word is. So I'll go GG, and then I'll just hit W a couple of times here to move into position. Now to search for the next occurrence of the word under or nearest the cursor, type an asterisk. So I'll hit an asterisk. And if you keep typing asterisk, which I'll do again, it moves to the next occurrence of the word. And you can also use N to accomplish the same task. So if I hit N a few times, then it keeps searching for the word that we first started searching for. Again, use capital N to reverse the search. So I'll do that, hit capital N, and now we're going in the reverse direction. You may notice that the characters IS appear other places in the file, such as in the words accomplished, episode, and sisters. If you want to find those characters, use the / search or the reverse search. The asterisk is meant for matching an entire word. Let's go back to the first line again and position our cursor under the word by. So I'll do GG, and then I'll just do FB to position our cursor under the word by. To perform a backward search for the word nearest or under the cursor, use the pound sign. So I'll do Shift 3 on my keyboard, and again I can keep hitting Shift 3, which is the pound sign, to do this backward search, or I can hit N to keep searching in the same direction. Of course, Shift N or capital N reverses the direction of the search, which, you know, we talked about this before. A reverse of a reverse is actually forward. You can use these search motions with commands such as D, C, and Y. For example, you can easily delete everything from your current cursor position all the way until the last line by typing D /this. So let's just move our cursor up a couple of lines here and do D/THIS and press enter. And so everything from our current cursor position up until that search result was deleted. I'm going to hit U to undo that deletion. Let me jump to the beginning of the file here with GG. Also note that you don't have to make these big motions. You can do something even on the same line, such as double quote A, Y/Z. That yanks all the text from your current cursor position up to the next occurrence of the letter Z. If we type REGA, you can see that the text was yanked into the A register.